this is here. Now, please listen. This is known as the pull. The soul is calling my attention. I know it sounds weird, but that's what's happening, okay? It's either right here or here, okay? Please keep your hearts open. Please keep your minds open, okay? And don't just let me talk. I don't talk people into anything. Sometimes people have pains in the head, yes? I know I'm giving you a pain in the neck, but people have pains in the head, right? People get pains in the head. Do you ever hear the expression ocular cancer, where someone gets a bleed behind the eye wall? This is right here. You guys not understand this? I don't mean to point. I see you got the ribbon on you there. So nothing. I don't know if it has to do with cancer or not, but I don't work from that place. And this is not here. I'm going to take it here, okay? All right. Hi. Nice to meet you both. Please listen to me carefully. I know people can have stuff in the head, right? You can get shot. You can have a seizure. My dad had Alzheimer's. People have brain tumors, with respect to your family. I understand that. But I was standing, they said, come here. Would you know offhand respectfully, if someone had either pressure behind the eye wall, like they were complaining about headaches a lot, or they kept saying, gee, something is not right, or my balance is off, they're making me feel that this is right. They're making me feel someone either had a bleed or they had a tumor in the head. Yes or no? Okay, don't. Okay, listen to me. I don't want to hurt you, and at any time you want to stop me. What's your first name? Artie, nice to meet you, sir. Young lady?
Kristen.
I'm Kristen. Listen to me. I know the eyes of parents that are brokenhearted. There's no mistaking it, okay? Do you see what's about to happen here? They're bringing, their child is rising, and they brought me right to the parents. You want to turn this into a show? I'll go home. I get very edgy. I'm only for them. So I'm standing there, and the soul said, something happened in my head. This is not a car crash. This is not a swimming pool accident. This is not a surfboard and they drowned out in the deep ocean, right? No disrespect. But they're making me feel there was something in the head. This part's bothering me a little bit, if you don't mind. I have to interpret. I don't know you guys, right? I never met you. But they brought me right to you. So going forward, if I read you, keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, the psychic is asking a million questions and it turns into an interview. You understand what I'm saying? Like a good bartender can get you to say things you never thought you would say to anybody. Well, let's be fair. Because when you're hurting like this, your instinct is to share. You want to get it out. Right? So I'm not being disrespectful to this beautiful family. When we're done, if you want to say something, you're welcome to say whatever you need. Okay? Is that a deal? I don't want to hurt you, but listen to me carefully. And I'm not a physician. I'm not a doctor. You see empty air. I see empty air, but then I don't see empty air. This is what happened to me. So they brought me here, and I'm being told about this pressure in the head, right? Respectfully. And again, I only say this the way I read. I'm sorry. They could fall down a flight of stairs. They could have caught a fender. They fell off their bike without a helmet. Silly, silly, silly. Any of that could have happened. But it has that feeling to me to some degree. Would you know offhand if there was some bump in the head or something happened rather than saying this was a childhood birth defect? Do you understand that? And it feels like something hit the head. Either they fell off a bike, fell off a skateboard. There was something about it. And they're making me feel, at first it was not like a big thing. Like it was like, okay, you seem like okay, but it got worse and worse very rapidly. No disrespect. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. I'm emotional. I got 4 kids. I'm sorry. But they're telling me that this bleed would not evade, right? Now, I'm sure cardiologists and neurosurgeons and St. Francis into the city, out again. He's making me feel there was like hope, and then it went like this, with respect, rather than saying, no, as soon as he got hit, it was over. That's not this. I don't want to hurt you. Okay. Getting a sense of your eyes, right? I'm sure you're putting 24-hour vigil. You're hanging around, you're talking, you're like this, right? But at a certain point, they're making me feel either he was allowed to let go, there was an okay, like we can't bring him back out of this. He's in a coma, he's in some kind of twilight. We've kept him medicated, something like this. Yes or no? And no disrespect. And your name again?
Kristen.
Were you the one that laid down with him?
I missed.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Did you lay down with him? One of you got in bed, No disrespect to my land. Rather than sitting bedside and just rubbing his hand, he makes me feel someone laid down and told your son that it was okay to let go. Because he says, we're going to let you go home now. It has almost that feeling to me, rather than saying, don't you give up, don't you give up, don't you give up. Were you there to see that?
Yes.
Are you a witness to this? I need a witness. Otherwise, it's just emotion.
Yes.
You understand? Now, I see you got the Harley shirt on. I understand. I'm looking right at it. It would not be a stretch for a great dad to have a son who emulates him, right?
Yeah.
Right? My son rides a motorcycle. I'm not a motorcycle guy. I'm always counting my breath when he leaves the house. Oh, yeah, yeah. But he's 28. He's going to go and ride. You know, he's going to do what he does, right? Respectfully. Did your son have T-shirts like this? Right? That you might say, no, he hated motorcycles. He wanted no part of it. It almost feel like he was either on a motorcycle, he was on a bike, something flipped him or hit him or something. This occurs. He's taken to an ER. He's taken by the great 9/11 guys. Something like this. These great fire rescue men and women, respectfully. He goes in. Everyone's praying, everyone they can think of, and he says, we can't help him anymore. We have to let him go. Does that ring a bell? I don't know you. Why would I know any of that? I would not. And I know you said this is your husband, but you're the stepmom. Yes or no? Respectfully, that would imply to me, because you told me, right, that either A, your first wife, his mom, either crossed over, or you guys had a separation for whatever reasons. You two guys hooked up. Yes or no? I'm not throwing bouquets at you, but there must have been a certain devotion with his son. Let's call him your child too, if you don't mind. May I use that language? Because he's really, like, I can't explain it, but he's very at ease with this two of you. Rather than saying, oh, no, she's not my mother, not my mother. I'm not getting that at all, respectfully. When he crossed, was his mom not there?
No, she was there.
Yep, because he's telling when I died, I missed my mom. I'm not trying to make you hurt, but was she unavailable to be there when her son died? It's very important.
She was there, but
No. She walked out of the room or something. Something happened because it caused a wound in you. Like she didn't stay to see it through. There was something about this. I'm not trying to cause friction. I don't want to get any more upset. This is the worst nightmare on earth. You can't get anything worse, right, than, God forbid, the death of a child. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm a dad. I'm not a performer, right? But this young man tells me about the hit in the head. With respect, was there a casket? I hate to put it in a questioning way, but he shows me a casket rather than a cremation or going up in the vault or, you know, that kind of a thing. But he keeps telling me about, you know, people put stuff in caskets. So either there was Harley stuff in there was something about Harley stuff being around, rather than saying, I just bought it at the flea market and I just grabbed the shirt. I needed a shirt today, Robert. I don't even ride. I got it as a Christmas gift. There's something about the Harley thing connected to your child, yes? Yeah. And your first name again is? Artie? Stay with me for a second. My dad's name was Edgar. My father was Norwegian. Hated his name. Thus I got the name Robert. I put the middle initial in my name because I insisted on honoring my dad, who I loved very much. He says, I don't like my name, Rob. I said, Dad, you're getting it in my name. I don't give a crap. So I understand if there's another Artie, I would understand that because most dads do that. Yes or no? Is this your son as well? The author of the Artie? Who your dad is? Crossed over? Okay, was polite. If your son doesn't give me his name, I can't give it to you. But if you have a dad named Artie, just to help you again, Art. My father was Edgar. My grandfather was Harry. My great-grandfather was Soren. All Norwegian whacked out crazy names, right? But not here. Artie, your dad, has his grandchild. That's why I'm mentioning it. And I'm going to say something else if you don't mind. Did you and your dad have a falling out? Because he says when I mention that, my son will be upset. Somehow he broke my heart. Your father broke your heart. Betrayal or something like this. And you're kind of shocked that I would say that. In order to make penance, to get his soul right, I don't want to get overdone with this, but he's almost like this in my mind saying, please tell my son I'm sorry. At least I can do is take care of his child. I owe him that. Okay? If we had more time, I'd give you more, but I have to move around, all right?
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.